Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew, and today I'm opening a Sorcery Contested Realm pre-constructed deck box. I backed the Kickstarter, and I got this. I'm planning to open a box as well, but for now, let's open up the starters. This is a nice, it's got the Sorcery logo printed on the plastic film here, and it's got this fancy sticker on it right there, which I assume will be obvious if we remove it. We'll leave some kind of residue so people can't. Oh yeah, there you go, void. All right, so let's dig in. And so you got some 4 individually packaged pre-constructed decks, as well as a Rubble Barren Site. This is an interesting feeling card. This actually feels a little different than I would expect. I don't know if I'm thrown off by the rounded corners. I wonder if all the cards feel like this. But anyway, you can see the prominently featured artwork, hardly any text box or anything. Nice looking watercolor. A barren site demolished and destroyed. Let's see, we got another one of those, and a booster pack. All right, so let's hold this for last. Also have rules. Yeah, rules booklet. In the unfathomable, that word is tough for me. I think my last Keyforge video, that gave me some trouble as well. In the unfathomable depths of the infinite void, great beings vie for control of fantastical realms where deep magic imbues every living thing, even the land itself. Take on the role of a powerful avatar. All right, we have earth, water, fire, and air, and some tiny, cute little token cards. Look at how little these guys are. Some foot soldiers and a little pack of a bunch more. Compared to the rubble, you can see that this is 25% of a card here. We got 1, 2, 3 foot soldiers with 1 piece of art. 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3 more with different art. There's some 3 different frogs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 burned. 1, 2, 3, 4 flooded. On the back, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 disabled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 engulfed. And then the soldiers and frogs just say that they're a token. And let's see if I could actually just do 1, 2, 3, 4 and exactly cover that up. Yeah, this box is nice. It'll be a good storage for afterward. It's a nice solid cardboard box. Nothing fancy, but nicer than normal pre-constructed decks. Most of them just have to go straight in the trash. So here is air. Let's dig into this one first. This one does not have the sorcery plastic on it, but I guess it doesn't need to because it is inside of another container. There's the back with the sorcery main image. And is there going to be even more plastic inside? No, just some foam. So this box, I assume this foam is to keep the card secure in a deck box that otherwise would have air. So the cards can get damaged if you don't have that, which is why a lot of tuck boxes don't leave room for sleeved cards. But I appreciate that this box looks like it will hold room for sleeved cards. Super nice, but that means they had to include that foam. We've got our avatar, so this card does feel about the same. It does feel nice. I don't know what's different about it. It takes some getting used to. It might be these giant rounded corners, which are meant to simulate the Magic Alpha and Beta cards. The definitely prominent feature of this game is going to be the art. These are just the starter decks, so I'm probably going to zoom through them just so you can see the contents without digging into it. But they are fixed cards. So Avatar of Air, 3 Lightning Bolt, 1, 2 Chain Lightning, 1 Thunderstorm, 2 Apprentice Wizard, 1 Grandmaster Wizard, 2 Blink, 1 Waypoint Portal, 2 Cloud Spirits, 2 Spectral Stalkers, 2 Dead of Night Demons, 2 Headless Haunts, 2 Snow Leopards. I'm definitely seeing a lot of 2s. There were a couple 3s, but I guess if you want a full play set just from starters, you'll need more than 1 copy. 2 Plumed Pegasus, 1 Gyre Hippogriffs, 1 Spire Lich. Actually, I don't know the full playset count. This starter rules set just says, for your first few games, use the pre-constructed decks provided. Once you have found your feet, it is encouraged that you customize your own decks. When you do so, your Atlas deck should have at least 20 cards, and your spellbook should have at least 40 cards. I didn't read everything, but at least in that section, it does not refer to a maximum playset count. I know Original Magic didn't have a maximum playset count either, so I wonder if they're going to try to do that. Here's a Kite Archer, a Roaming Monster, a Midnight Rogue, a Peregrine Apparition, a Sling Pixies. Wow, there's a lot of different cards in this, just in the starter deck. Skirmishers of Mu, Nimbus Jin, or Din. Oh no, that's a J. Nimbus Jin. A J that looks like a D rather than the normal DJ. A Nightmare, Devil's Egg, Doomsday Device with a very exciting looking grid there because the game is grid based in terms of gameplay. So this is the two-player playmat, so you'll actually be putting your characters in these locations and moving them around. And the Doomsday Device's text box there is referring to choosing a space, and it's affecting that space and the spaces around it accordingly. And I assume that was our main deck, and this is our site deck. So these are going to be landscape style site cards. We got 3 Lone Towers. Oh, and the cards do say Atlas on the back as well. We've got 3 Dark Towers. 1, 2, 3 Gothic Towers. 2 Updraft Ridge. 2 Mountain Pass. I feel like I've seen that in every fantasy movie. An Observatory. A Cloud City. And a Bottomless Pit. Not where you want to end up. Next up is Fire. So we'll get the cards and the foam out. The cards reorganize themselves a bit. Here we have the Avatar of Fire, Ancient Dragon, Colicky Dragonettes, Incinerate, Firebolts, Heat Ray, Fireball, another Fireball, Minor Explosion ×2, Major Explosion, Wildfire, Blaze, Quarrelsome Kobolds, Sacred Scarabs ×2, Raw Dromedary ×2, Pit Vipers ×2, Ogre Goons ×2, Clamor of Harpies ×2, Hillock Basilisk, Bull Demons of Adem, Petrosian Cavalry, Rimland Nomads ×2, Wayfaring Pilgrim ×2, Doomsday Prophet, Sandworm ×2, Will-o'-the-Wisp, Infernal Legion, Drums of Doom, and our sites, starting with Red Desert ×3, Remote Desert ×3, Arid Desert ×3. Most deserts are arid, but I'll let them slide. Shifting Sands ×3, Standing Stones, Vesuvius, River of Flame, and Cornerstone. Water is next, just the order they came out from the box, but in reverse. And first up is Avatar of Water, same as the box art. I love her octopus hat. Diluvian Kraken, Unland Angler. Oh, the whole picture's a mouth. Guile Sirens, Tide Naiads ×2, Deep Sea Mermaids ×2, Anui Undine, Mother Nature, Swan Maidens, Swamp Buffalo ×2, Coral Reef Kelpie ×2, Polar Bears ×2, Sedge Crabs, Megamoeba. Ooh, card I really like in Magic is, I actually forgot the name of it, is it Chronomoeba or something like that? But giant amoebas piqued my interest. It moves by extending a single pseudopod from any part of itself. It occupies all locations it has ever occupied and has +1 power for each. An elite monster engulfs the realm. I like it. Ooh, Brobdingnad Bullfrog. I had to pause to digest that first name there. I think he's digesting something too. 2 of that. Sea Serpent ×2, Pirate Ship, Marine Voyage, Dodge Roll ×2, Drown ×2, Frost Nova, Ice Lance ×2, Riptide, Upwelling, Flood, Wrath of the Sea, Sunken Treasure, and sites. We got Spring River ×3, Summer River ×3, Autumn River, come on, Winter River, that was a ×3, Undertow, no Winter River. Undertow ×2, Floodplain ×2, Tadpole Pool, ooh, more frogs, Maelstrom, and Island Leviathan. I don't even know if Winter River is a card, but they really set it up that I expected a Winter River in there. I guess Winter River would be ice. Here's the Earth deck. Definitely going to be looking for a Winter River card. Hope it's frozen. Even if it's not a water site, just call it Winter River to complete the cycle. But it seemed like water was definitely encompassing the realm of ice as well. There's a Frost Nova card in there, Ice Lance, and Avatar of Earth. I'm not excited about a Mushroom Hat, but there is King of the Realm, Queen of Midland, Midland Army, Land Surveyor, ×2, House Arn Bannerman, ×2, Scenthounds, Belmont Longbowmen, ×3. I feel like we didn't see any ×3s in the fire or water decks. Unless I just forgot. Frontier Settlers, Wild Boars, ×2, Amazon Warriors, ×2, Autumn Unicorn, ×2, Cave Trolls, ×3, another ×3, Pudge Butcher, ×2, Mountain Giant, Stone Gaze Gorgons, Ratanus Titan, Overpower ×2, Bury ×2, Earthquake ×1, Entangle Terrain, Craterize, and Siege Ballista, and Screaming Skull, and Spirit of Destiny, and our sites. So we got Rustic Village ×3, Humble Village ×3, Simple Village ×3, Holy Ground ×2, Vantage Hills ×3, Quagmire ×2. This one doesn't have any like single copies of sites. Yes, Earth is just more consistent. All right, so those are all the fixed cards, which leads us with the one booster pack that also comes in. Hopefully all the starters. I think you have to buy the 4 starters, so you can't just get one starter deck. You got to buy all 4 of them, which for me isn't a problem because I like having full sets of starter decks. But if you're really just wanting to get into the game by yourself and then play with other people who already have their own decks, you might want a single deck, and that doesn't seem to be an option. Or maybe stores will be able to split them up. I'm not sure. Also, I do think this is the Kickstarter, which might be different from the beta edition in retail. So just pay attention to what you're getting and understand that if you have to pay more for it, it maybe makes sense to go in on a group deal. But then you'll have to decide who's going to get the sweet contents of the booster pack. I guess you could gamble a little bit with your friends and say everybody just gets the cards that match their element, although not sure if all cards have elements. I also don't know if there's any secret to the ordering of the pack. I'm just going to be opening it from the top down. Chain Lightning, we saw that in the fire deck. Scavenging Fiend, we haven't seen. Oh, and I think the rarity is indicated by the text. This is exceptional magic. That might be deck building constraints. I actually don't know. But that was exceptional. This is exceptional. And this is exceptional. Exceptional. Shrink. So we'll just have to pay attention to that. This is a unique relic of inflamed efficacy. Provides fire element and 1 mana to its controller for 1. That seems good. We got a Ravenous pack of ordinary beasts. So maybe those were like uncommons than the rare. And now we got into the commons here of ordinary cards. Mad Dash, ordinary magic. Plumed Pegasus, ordinary beast. Old Salt Anchorman, ordinary mortal. Wall of Air, ordinary aura. Cloud Spirit, ordinary spirit. Tufted Turtles, ordinary beasts. A Blizzard, an ordinary aura. Men of Lang, ordinary beasts. Riptide, ordinary magic. And a Sight, an ordinary sight. Another Dark Tower. So it looks like 3 uncommons on the top, rare, and then commons, at least in this pack. So our Ruby Core, our unique relic. I don't know how rare it is, but it looks pretty good. No foils or crazy specialness, but we'll have the box coming later. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and bye.